Thank you for allowing me to be here and to be able to have a home that my family could come to because they don't have nowhere else to go. Those are the blessings that we get around here. Those are the blessings that I'm talking about. If I was slamming heroin, I wouldn't have none of that. I wouldn't give a shit about my mom. I wouldn't give a shit about my kids. I wouldn't give a shit about nothing. But it takes a real man to get up and go to work and take care of his responsibility. Before I used to think that was a sucker. Like, oh, you're a sucker. You're going to give them all your money like that? But it takes a real man to do that. And the people that have taught me, some are in this room today. And other men that God has put in my life to show me how to suit up and show up, be responsible. And I don't work a perfect program. And these 4 years I've been clean, I did some janky shit around here, man, that I'm not proud about. You know? I did some stuff in here that you don't do when you're clean. You know what I'm saying? But it's about growing. It's about growing. I'm not perfect. I don't want to be perfect. I just want to continue to grow. I want to continue to be spiritual. I want to continue to try to lead by example. You know? And that's what I've been taught around here. Like my first couple years, I didn't work no steps. But now I got this new sponsor. He's all about the steps, man, and I needed that. Because I decided I was dying inside. I needed a new sponsor. I just got a new sponsor like 6 months ago. And he's totally different than me. He's totally different. He never been to prison. He don't got no tattoos. He looks like just a little old white man. But no, seriously, if you see him, but he's a lawyer in the day and he's a professor at night. And I had this sponsor 2 years ago in a class. So thank God, like this June, I'm going to be graduating with my AA degree in psychology. Right? All right. Good. And I started this journey a few years ago, that nonprofit organization I told you that I worked through. Like in that building is where I decided I want to continue my education. And it took me longer than others, because it's supposed to only take 2 years. But you know what, this June, I'm going to graduate with my AA. I'm going to tapping down on that stage. And another thing on top of that is this addict got a scholarship to go to university.
All right.
Cool. So that's the blessings that I'm talking about. That's my message today, is if you stick around, you're going to be blessed. Narcotics Anonymous don't promise you no good wife, no good husband, your kids back, a good job, a new car. It doesn't promise you none of that. All it promises you is freedom from active addiction, right? That's what the literature talks about. Everything else is a blessing, man. You know? And these are the things that I've been blessed with. Family, friends, my house getting better. A couple months ago, I winded up in the hospital with a blood sugar of 600. You know, wow. I was diabetic, didn't even know I was this close to going to a diabetic coma. I was admitted for 7 days. But you know what? I'm on it now. I check my blood. I don't drink soda no more. Like, I'm starting to eat more healthier. I'm losing weight. Daddy's put both of his arms around me the other day. He's like, damn, you're losing weight. Because I was like 315 pounds. Now I'm like 280. And I'm okay with that, you know? And it's just my eating habits are I did cheat yesterday, though, because my eating habits are changing because I love myself today, man. And I want to stick around for my kids, man. Like, I want to see them grow. Like, I'm so grateful. Like, this last week, my wife went to the doctor. We finalized her due date is January 5th. The doctor told me your son is 2 pounds overweight in her stomach. There is no way he's coming out regularly. So we're going to cut her open on the 5th of January, 9 in the morning, you know, and her due date was January 11th. And the crazy thing about it is, this whole time they told us we're having a girl. Up until 3 weeks ago, they said it's a boy. The first ultrasound, it was a girl, 100%. I was like, cool, Leilani, Alexis, let's do this. Let's get all this girl stuff. 3 weeks ago, we went for that 3D ultrasound. There it was. Bing. I was like, is there twins? There's one and it's a boy. I know what they said. He goes, it's a boy. It's right there. He was like, damn, boy. You starting off good already, shit. So it's a boy. It's a boy, you know? And I was struggling with the name. I was struggling. I wasn't prepared for this, you know? And then a tragic happened. And my good friend Joe lost his son. And his name was Joshua. So I told my wife, you know what? I got the name. Tell me if you agree. And she knows the story. And I told her I want to name him Joshua. And she said, Joshua it is. Oh. So it's going to be Joshua Ethan Espinoza. And that's going to be his name.
Cool.
You know, and when he gets older, He's gonna, you know, okay, where you give him? I'm gonna tell him I had a good friend, and his son's name was Joshua. So that's gonna be his name. God put it in my heart. I got your name, and that's gonna be his name. And I'm just grateful, man. I'm waiting for this day. We're preparing for it. You know, I don't have this big old house or this big. You know, I live in an apartment. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, but it's mine. And I pay the rent there, and I pay the bills there. All the bills are under my name. You know, a few years ago, I used to live with Big Joe. Because I didn't have nowhere to go. Daddy's was my roommate. You know, I had nowhere to go. And it was around this time, I think it was like 2011, around this time, in the convention, I remember asking Joe, like, hey, I don't have nowhere to go, man. You know, and him and his wife, Judy, and Thaddeus, they allowed for me to be there. And they allowed me to be there. And I remember telling Joe, like, one day, my boy, like, I'm going to have my own spot, man. And I'm going to have my own Christmas tree. And I'm going to have all the things that you and your wife have. You know, and God has seen fit for this addict to have those things today, man. Those are the blessings that I'm talking about. You know, I'm no better than nobody in here. But I'm willing and I stay teachable, though. Like, I'm not perfect, man. You know, I'm only 4 years old. I just learned how to run, barely. You know, and it's no race. It's no race, man. You know, so I'm just grateful, man, and to be able to be present. That's all that matters. To be able to be present, man. In the moment. Sometimes I'm driving, man, and I start crying. Because I think about all those lonely nights. Like, I remember that. I remember having a stiff knife in my hands. Like, I remember having to be chained up like an animal. And my mom would go visit me 18 hours one way for 1 hour behind the glass. And I would put my hand like this, and she would like, Neil, like, come home. When are you coming home? And I'm like, I'm coming home, Mom. Like, I'm gonna be home. You know? And like, she looks at me now, and I'm like, what are you looking at? Because I got 5 brothers, and they're all in addiction. Two around my house last night, and they brought their beer. And they asked me, bro, can I put my beer with your soda and juice? Go ahead, man. I don't condone it, but go ahead. I just want you to feel comfortable. And they had to leave. My sister-in-law and my bro had to leave early because they wanted to go get high. And they said, okay, we can go get high and come back. Go do your thing. My girl's gonna go. And when you're ready, when you guys are ready, come holler at me, man. But I love them unconditional. In the beginning, when I first got clean, they didn't respect me being clean. They thought I was just trying to because my mom got 19 years clean. My mom's gonna celebrate 20 years the day after my neighbor's birthday is April 26th. And me and my mom give each other cakes now. You know, she gives me cake, I give her a cake, and sometimes when I'm all messed up, I go to my mom. She's like my second sponsor. And I tell her, Mom, this is what's going on. She says, you know what, Neil, this is what you should do. I'm gonna do this in my life. You know, and this is a beautiful thing, man, to be able to be in this recovery process with my mom, and she sees me because she was with me throughout the whole time, and she seen me in the dark places, and it's like it's amazing. Those are the blessings that I'm talking about, man. I'm not the richest dude in the world, you know, but I have everything that I need. I don't have everything I want, but I have everything I need. God has provided for us. When my other kids came back into my life, I didn't know I was going to have to pay $800 a month in child support. I wasn't expecting that. And right away, I got a resentment towards their mom. It's not her fault. It's not her fault. When they started garnishing my check, $400 every check. Plus my job provides medical, so I got to put them on vision and medical and dental. That's another $180. That's like $1,000 a month that I got to pay. Not to mention the weekends when I pick them up, that's even more money. Like, I wasn't prepared for none of that. And I got a resentment towards the mom. I was like, man, like, she's like, why are you yelling at me for it? I had to check myself. That's not her fault. Ain't no one told you to pregnate her. You know? So I'm taking care of my responsibility. What I do, I had to get a part-time job. That's what I had to do. So I got my regular job, and then I got another job at the winter shelter. You know? And that's what I had to do to make ends meet. Thank God my wife has a job. Her last day is December 15th before she goes on medical leave. So we're making it work. God does find a way. Like, the first thing that came to my mind was like, man, maybe we start selling dope. You know? Nah, because all my brothers like, nah, what's up? We'll look you up. Make it happen. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. I thought about it, but I was like, nah, I'm cool. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know? So, but I found a part-time job, man. So my message today is hope, man. Like don't give up hope. Like, if you're new tonight here or this afternoon, like, man, stay, man. And it's not no easy ride, man. It's not. Trust me. It's not. But as long as you stay, blessings start happening. My sponsor tells me the moment you step out of line, they're going to pass you up, man. You got to stay like right here. You're going to get them. But the moment you step out, they're going to pass you up. They're going to hit somebody else with your blessing. I want all mines. I want all mines, man. I deserve it. Why not? We've been aiming low our whole lives. It's time to aim high. You know? It's time to aim high. That's what I'm talking about, man. You know, who knows where I'm going to be at 10 years clean? Shit, I might be like the mayor of LA or something. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hey, it's crazy because look at, like I work for the county, right? I sit in meetings with board of supervisors. I never thought that was possible. They're asking me, can we have your opinion on this? And I was like, me? You know, prior to that, I was a government alcohol counselor, so that's what I wanted to do. You know, and I went and I did that. I got the certificate. I did all that. You know what I'm saying? But I started doing working with homeless, and that warmed my heart, man. And that's where I'm at now. But the thing is like, the way my job is we work with a lot of police. We work with sheriffs. We work with a lot of police, and we have to contact these people. We have to go to meetings with these people. We have to do phone conference with these people. I never ever thought